Are you a fan of Bloody Marys, or do you just have an abundance of produce available? If so, you are in the right place. What I'm going to do in this video is show you how to make your own Bloody Mary mix. And don't worry, if you haven't grown your own vegetables, you can go to a farmer's market or you can purchase them at a grocery store and follow along as we make a wonderful homemade Bloody Mary mix that will allow you to prepare the best Bloody Marys for yourself, your family, and your friends. Let's get started.
These are the vegetables we harvested from our community garden plot, and I'll be using these veggies to make our Bloody Mary mix. If you're interested in learning more about the garden plot, check out the video in the link above.
The first step in preparing this wonderful Bloody Mary mix is to get all of your vegetables ready and some of the tools that you'll need. I'll cover the tools later, but for now let's go through the vegetables. I have tomatoes, peppers, celery, garlic, onion, and parsley. Those are the ingredients that I'm going to be using, along with some sugar and some lemon juice and a splash of Worcestershire. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and start chopping up my vegetables. And then after I get all of the vegetables chopped and put into my pot, I am going to start peeling the tomatoes. And then I will process the tomatoes through my food mill to get rid of the seeds and any potentially remaining skin. So let's get chopping. For the vegetables, I typically just do a rough chop. We're going to use an immersion blender later to make sure we get the right consistency, but I do a rough chop. We'll mix the vegetables with the tomatoes, the juiced tomatoes, and then we'll use the immersion blender to get that perfect consistency. So let's keep going. Normally I would use a white onion, but the white onion that I grabbed from our farm plot yesterday is a little bit soft, and I had this beautiful red onion, so you can be a little bit flexible, and in this case I will go ahead and use this delicious red onion. I'm using a cup of celery in this Bloody Mary mix, and in the description you'll find a link to the recipe. We grow these carrots in our garden. They are so delicious and I love the texture. They just feel and taste so fresh. And I'm going to add 1 3/4 cup of sliced carrots. Now I'm going to tackle the parsley. For the parsley, I use an Italian parsley, and I only need 1/4 cup. And I found that if you store it in a glass filled with water, it lasts quite a bit longer. I also do this for my cilantro. Now it's time to tackle the peppers. And we've never had good luck with traditional green bell style peppers. For my Bloody Mary mix, we have grown poblanos. I'm going to use a mix of poblanos and then also throw in a few jalapenos. So let's get the peppers cleaned up. The peppers are de-seeded and ready to go. I did take the seeds out of the jalapenos just to kind of cut back on the spiciness a little bit. They add awesome flavor, but when friends and family use the mix to make Bloody Marys, they can adjust the level of heat with a little Tabasco or my favorite Crystal hot sauce.
To blanch the tomatoes, I place them in lightly boiling water. After the skins start to crack, I remove them, I let them cool, And then I use a knife to just remove kind of the areas that aren't stem area, and then also to remove the peel. Sometimes some of the seeds will come out, and then I put those into the food mill. Here's the food mill showing the seeds removed from the tomato juice, and these are the veggies and the tomato juice getting ready to simmer, and here you can see everything simmering, getting ready to make the Bloody Mary mix.
I have the water boiling for canning, and I am heating up the lids just to a simmer, and then I'll turn it off and keep them warm, and that helps the rubber on that just helps soften the rubber on the lid so that you get a nice seal. So I will get those going. I'm going to fill up my jars. Before I put the lids on, I make sure that I just clean off the top of the jar so that I can get a great seal, just in case there were any splashes while I was filling up. Great. And now it's time to put the lids on the jars. And I have this little tool that has a magnet on the end so I can get the lids out of the warm or hot water. I have all the Bloody Mary mix in the jars. Now I am going to put it in my boiling water and I will can for 30 minutes. Once I have the jars in the water for sterilization, I do make sure that the lids are covered by at least ½ an inch, preferably 1 inch of water. I'll put the lid on and I will set my timer for 30 minutes. The timer just went off and now the Bloody Mary mix is all done and it just needs to cool. There we go. The sure sign of a good seal is you will hear the jars popping and then you will notice that there is no give in the lid. You can't kind of pop it in and out, that it is a good strong seal. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And I do ask you to subscribe to my channel. It's really great for the algorithm. It brings more people to my channel so I can share my content and all of my recipes and gardening and home renovation videos. So give me a like, please subscribe, and that will also let you see my upcoming videos, which will include a Bloody Mary recipe using this great Bloody Mary mix. Have an awesome day and take care and look forward to seeing you again. Thank you.